Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, this is Minister Dante Fortson with this 2-hour program, The Omega Hour. I will be hosting with my co-host, Benny B.J. Jacobs. Tonight's special guest will be Guy Malone. He is the founder of alienresistance.org. And tonight we're going to be talking with him about aliens, angels, and demons. So if it is a topic you are not familiar with, you will definitely want to tune in tonight and basically raise your awareness on what's going on in the world right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to open up the lines for callers. If you're listening, you want to call in, that number is 347-99-4-1826. Again, that number is 347-994-1826. And my co-host, Benny B.J. Jacobs, is on the line. B.J., you there?
Hey, man. How's it going? What's going on?
All right. Just getting ready to do this interview with Guy. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, me too. Especially the thing he's talking about, the alien abduction thing, from the Bible perspective is something that sounds like it's going to be real interesting.
Yeah, and I think it's a good topic because a lot of Christians aren't aware of what's going on in that world. They think it's, some kind of hoax or that it's not real, but a lot of us weren't aware that these things are going on in the Bible, and I know I wasn't aware when I first heard of it. So I'm glad he's on the show and he's going to shed some light on that from the biblical perspective.
No question about it. I think that how we were talking about before, I think most people just get a Sunday school perspective of what's going on when you hear about the Genesis 6 giants and about the Nephilim and the things that were going on with so-called gene manipulation and the whole thing with the human race during that time. Is something that we're really amassing right now that people don't look at. And, it's real interesting how it correlates back to those days.
Yes, I agree. And for those that have no idea, that have no background on the subject, what we're talking about is Genesis chapter 6 with the sons of God and the daughters of men, and also a few references to Matthew 24, Mark 13, and Luke 21, and also Daniel 2 and 43, if you want to look those up. And again, if you have any questions during the show is 2 hours. Call in anytime. The number is 347-994-1826. We will be on until 10 o'clock Pacific time. So we welcome all questions. And once again, what we're talking about comes from Genesis chapter 6. And you'll want to
remember everybody out there. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to tell the callers or anybody that calls in out there in internet land, there's no stupid questions. Anything that you want to, talk about, any experience that you may have had that you thought was unusual or any question, call us in and ask us about it. We have the expert, the real expert, Guy Malone, who knows about these things. Even Pastor Fortson had his little experience with some of these things.
Yeah, and I've been studying this myself for a while, for the last maybe 11 years. And the more I get into it, the more real it becomes, and the more I start to see how complex the Bible is. And it's not just talking about those things that happened back then, but it's telling us about things that are going on now. And the reason I'm so excited about this subject is because it's not talked about in Christian circles a lot. I mean, we talk about all kinds of different things, but we kind of steer clear of anything remotely controversial or anything that seems too out of the ordinary that we don't want to learn about or accept, and we just kind of sweep it under the rug. And I kind of like the format of this show because we don't have to sweep anything under the rug. We can talk about whatever we want to, and we can go ahead and just put all the information out there and let you go ahead and, review it and take it in and see how you feel about it and do some research for yourself. And one thing about this program is we will provide verses and website links. We have a chat room. If you're with us online, you can go to the chat room. You can post your questions. You can post your comments. You can post links. Whatever you have, you can post it right there in the chat room if you don't feel comfortable calling in. And we can go ahead and relay that information to our guest, and they'll go ahead and answer your questions. So,
yeah, well, as we always say, it's in the book.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
In the book.
That is one thing we always say. It's definitely in the Bible. Everything is in the Bible. We don't talk about anything that is not coming out of this Bible. We make sure the Bible is our basis for everything we do on this show, and that's one point we want to stress, is that this show is indeed a Bible-based show first and foremost.
Right.
So if you're offended by the Bible, then this show is not for you, but we invite you to stay and listen.
You definitely will be getting a perspective that you don't get in your usual everyday Sunday church sermons or church meetings. I'll tell you that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to give you advanced stuff. We're going to be coming every week with something new, something that some people would consider far out. If you want to keep up weekly what's going on during the week, you can check out my website, www.ministerfortson.com. That's Fortson. That's www.ministerfortson.com. That site is updated regularly, and we keep up on the newest information, everything that's going on out in the world. Have YouTube videos, articles. We have a forum. You can get on there and chat with other believers and see what they think. You can post your opinions. We don't monitor. We don't sensitize speech. That's one thing we do. We don't censor speech. You're free to post your comments and post how you're feeling. All we ask is that you respect the other people on the board, and feel free to post, come in and learn something, share your knowledge, share your opinions, and just have a good time with us. Learn something. Yeah.
And if you're an authority on anything out there that has to deal with some of these things that Minister Fortson has been talking about, you may in fact also be able to be a guest on his show. If you want to come in, if you have a website or a book that you're trying to get the information out there that deals with the things of this world relating to the Bible and the Spirit and things like that, also let us know about that. And remember,
one more
number is 347-994-1826.
I want to expound
on
what Brother BJ is saying about being a guest. If you want to be a guest, definitely contact me through my website, ministerfortson.com. We would love to have you on as a guest if you've written a book or you do anything. You host a radio show, you have your own TV show, a YouTube show, or you run a website. We are definitely always looking for guests to share their perspective. And it doesn't just have to be about the alien angel phenomenon. I mean, we do Bible prophecy, 2012, you name it. We probably cover it as long as it's coming from a biblical perspective. Just contact us on the website, and we definitely love to have you as a guest. Guy Malone should be calling in a few minutes. As a matter of fact, there he is right now, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to Guy Malone, and we're going to talk to him for a few minutes, and he's going to keep everybody up to date and let us know what's going on with this phenomenon. Guy, are you on? Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, brother. How are you doing?
All right. How you doing?
Really well. I'm sorry I'm a minute or two late. I was actually doing another program also on Blog Talk. As you know, I usually work weeknights, and I committed to you months ago whenever I had a Thursday night off. I wanted to come on, and this was an old friend of mine who's doing a Blog Talk as well, so I did 1 hour with him, and I don't know what he's doing second hour, but glad to be here, brother.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you. Actually, by my clock, you're about a minute early. You weren't late at all.
Okay, good deal. Good deal.
All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and kick this thing off.